can't handle the truth.
Tomac could possibly end up back on Kawasaki, according to the rumor mill anyway. I mean, who knows? I know he was thinking KTM. Not sure if he signed a letter of intent or if he signed a contract with them. I would think that he's probably smart enough or seasoned enough to have only signed a letter of intent with KTM, which would give him the ability to take other rides if something else shows up. Now that Prada is gone at Kawasaki, I think that there's a possibility Tomac could end up back at Kawasaki. I think Cowie would be smart to bring Tomac back. Monster and Cowie already allotted a buttload of money for Prado, so just take the money you were gonna pay Prado, which it sounds like Prado got released yesterday. All right, so I forgot where I was at. So I think I was talking about Prado getting released from Kawasaki, possibility of Tomac going back to Cowie. I feel like Cowie and Monster should get together, Dobie up, just pay Tomac whatever you were gonna pay Prado, put Tomac back on the bike, and then let Tomac do what he wants to do to set the bike up. So if they're running Showa suspension and Tomac wants KYBs, or vice versa, if they're running KYBs and Tomac wants Showa, listen to the rider. Cowie should listen to the rider for once and make the rider happy, make the rider comfortable, and he goes out and at least puts it up in the front. I mean, how difficult would it be to throw some Showa stuff on if you run KYB and throw some KYB stickers on it, or the other way around, if you run Showa, or if you run Showa and he wants KYB, throw some KYB stuff on it, throw some Showa stickers on it, call it good. Nobody's gonna know the difference. And obviously Cowie is going to try to make the rider happy, or they wouldn't have spent all that time and money trying to make Prado happy, which didn't matter what they did to the bike or which way it went. It sounds like they weren't going to make Prado happy because Prado just wasn't happy. I mean, I don't know. I think Prado was probably thinking he was going to be a little closer to the front, and he wasn't very close to the front. So Tomac going back to Kawasaki would work out better for Tomac than him going to KTM. I feel if Tomac goes to KTM, it's a complete disaster. If he goes back to Cowie, it's not a complete disaster. They can just get him happy, get him comfortable, and get him happy, whatever that takes. Because it sounds like when he left Cowie and went to Yamaha, I believe he left Cowie at the end of the 2021 season, and he went to Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha for the 2022 season. It was because it sounds like, and I don't know, I'm just talking out of my ass here, but it sounds like Tomac wanted to bring his own suspension guy in to get his suspension set up for him, and Cowie was like, no, you're not bringing your own suspension guy in to set your suspension up how you want it. And so they were being hard-nosed. They wouldn't budge till it got to the point that Tomac was like, then I'm out of here, and he went to Yamaha. Another thing, I don't understand why Yamaha's not like doing everything they can to keep Tomac. At the beginning of Supercross, he was arguably the fastest guy on the team. I mean, he's like the last guy to straight up beat Jet in a Supercross race, and I think that was at San Diego or something. And he straight up went out there and just beat Jet straight up. Like, I can't remember if he came from behind and passed Jet, or if he was out in front of Jet and Jet wasn't able to run him down. I remember Jet was on him, like going over the finish line, but still, I mean, what did Dom Toretto say? You only have to win by an inch or something like that? I don't know, I don't remember, but
it don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile.
Tomac was the last guy to straight up beat Jet in a Supercross race. I mean, yes, Webb did win the championship, and Webb's more the guy of like, he's like an attrition rider, I guess you could say. Like, he'll just grind and grind and grind, and just like, he's good at starting off a little slow and just letting those guys beat themselves down and fall out, and then he's there at the end of the year. You know, he'll podium them to death, you know, win some races here or there. But you're gonna have to keep Webb because he's got the #1 plate. You're not gonna let the #1 plate just like go somewhere else. You've got to keep the #1 plate. But they're keeping Justin Cooper over Eli Tomac, and to me that's just silly. Tomac's an all-time great. I kind of feel like Justin Cooper probably never even wins a Supercross championship. Not that Justin Cooper's slow or anything like that, obviously he's a bad dude, but he's not Eli Tomac. He's not like 52, 53 wins in Supercross, 3-time outdoor champion, 4-time whatever Tomac is. And I just think it's silly that they're gonna keep Justin Cooper and let Eli Tomac go. Eli Tomac's probably coming with a hefty price tag, you know, or he probably wants a lot of money, which rightfully so. He's one of the best to ever race a dirt bike. I mean, I think that's warranted, want to get paid. But getting paid by KTM, going to KTM and just having a total disaster happen, to me isn't the way to go out. I mean, I feel like Tomac might have like 1 or 2 more years of like, have the speed to be able to do it. And then I don't think he's gonna have the outright speed on Jet. I think Jet's just, outright speed-wise, Jet's like the fastest guy to ever race a dirt bike. Well, I mean, obviously things are changing, training's changing, bikes are changing, tracks are changing, everything's changing. So it's not like it's a static environment. It's not like you can compare Jet to Ricky Carmichael, or Jet to Bob Hanna or Jeremy McGrath or anything, just because obviously everything's changed since then. So, but just like, and you would hope that, like with progression and everything else, that you would hope that Jet is the fastest guy to ever race a dirt bike. I mean, he's got the best dirt bike, and probably like the best training regimen. He's got Johnny O'Mara training him. Johnny O'Mara has been doing this since, or like motocross stuff, since like the late 70s. So obviously he's been in it the whole time, so he's seen it all happen. I want to say Johnny O was racing 70s, 80s, and then probably retired like in 1990, might have been 91 or something. I want to say it was 1990, because I feel like he was number 9 on a Cowie his last year, Johnny O. And then I don't know, he kind of disappeared for a little bit, but then he came back around when Carmichael went pro, and I feel like he was training Carmichael like 97, maybe like 98, 99, 2000, and then in 2001, I believe, is when Carmichael switched to Alden Baker. But Johnny O was still around, because I feel like Johnny O'Mara started training after Alden Baker burned through James Stewart, I feel like Johnny O'Mara was training James Stewart. So obviously he's been around, seen it all, been there, done that, and he obviously knows how to train somebody. So I don't know if Tomac goes back to Cali, it can go either direction. It can go really good if Cali just pulls their head out of their butts and does whatever. I mean, I know they don't want to swallow their pride and listen to the rider, but they should swallow their pride and listen to the rider, get the rider happy, and if a rider's happy, a rider goes fast. If a rider's not happy, a rider doesn't go fast. Like, we clearly saw that happen with Jorge Prado. He wasn't happy. He went out and quit on him. Like, so should be fun to see though, see what goes down.
Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should.